follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done, exhibits were forwarded that will enable them to be able to take action.
Okay, my beautiful people, once again, una boy where they give una the back-to-back news and information on everything with the trend and they happen for Biafran territory. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed. This is Exposed News TV, your one and only YouTube platform with the source, with the vibe, and where they give you the legit informate as it pertain to all the matters and matters where they happen for Biafran territory. Yes, we go day here, they give them to you hot as it happen. Now, that video is a brief excerpt of the confusion currently going on in the camp of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Yes, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom are currently, confused, on what to do and the next step to take, because Otuhasi is not the way it is actually happening. The way they were actually looking at it, they felt it was going to be an easy thing. They know how to do things in a corrupt and illegal way, and that is why we are still having hopes on Finland, for them to do the needful, on the issue of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoku. So, based on that, a lot of misreactions have been coming up concerning the visit of Selin Sana, So, people have had their own, misunderstanding about that, but we'll be clarifying that to you later on today. On our next video, we'll be clarifying that, both the documentation. If you've not watched it, you can go to our other channel, which is Let's Talk TV, and check the video. It is there, so that you will understand the major reason that brought Selin Sana, to Nigeria, and the document she submitted. Questions were asked concerning Simon Èkpá, which she gave her own humble opinion about it. Now, Musa is actually confused. I'll play the full voice, notes, the interview of Musa, basically based on Biafraland and what is happening in Biafraland. But like I will always say, they will continue to hide their atrocities. And it is painful that the so-called Shehu that claims he speaks, and he speaks for the evil, in the zoo, couldn't even identify the major, genocidal attack and the major, issues happening in Biafran land. How come nobody is talking about the Osu massacre? How come nobody is talking about the wanton buying here and there in Biafran land? Simon Èkpá is not even, available. Nnamdi Kanu is not there to order Biafran. So, what are they not telling us? Who are the ones ordering the buyings? This is actually the major question. Who are the ones ordering the buying in Biafran land? Because it was a matter of, it's Nnamdi Kanu and his followers. Nnamdi Kanu is the one giving the instructions. They took away Nnamdi Kanu, no doubt. They kidnapped him, abducted him, anyone you want to call it. They took him away. Now he's not ordering, he's not giving the orders anymore. Then came Simon Èkpá Njoku. They did everything to frustrate the Finnish government, and the Finnish government had to find a way, to hold Simon Èkpá. At least for how many months now? So, who are the ones ordering the buying in Biafran land? This is the big question that these Ifulefus, really need to answer, because it has actually turned, to something really serious, and something that, at this point in time, if they do not do the needful, the world will continue to see their injustices, and one day just one day, something might actually come up, in these evil atrocities that they are committing. But the reality is that on Simon Ekpa and Joko, we're still being optimistic that Finland will do the needful. Now, let us hear from Musa.
Ask you about the IPOB agitation. Simon Èkpá, for example, you've told me before that you're working with the foreign authorities to ensure, but now what updates do you have now?
No, I think the Finnish government have their own procedure they're going through. The Nigerian government have forwarded all the relevant documents, exhibits, and everything about what's going on. So I'm sure I'm sure justice will be done.
So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary.
Well, it's not our country; it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure they will follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able. I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done. Exhibits were forwarded that will enable them to be able to take action.
How dangerous was Simon Ekpa's activities and all allied
very,
or related
dangerous
to your office and to the Nigerian society?
Very dangerous. Innocent people were killed just by his utterances. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. The funny thing about the country is that some people think everything is about politics. So there are individuals that feel if there is peace, then maybe the government is doing too well, and then people want to applaud. So some people intentionally want to make sure that the country remains ungovernable. There's strife everywhere, but innocent people are killed. If you want to be a leader and you are praying for some people to be killed just because you want to come in, I think there's a problem somewhere.
So the agitation in the Southeast region, I mean, you have mentioned that it is not only the fight, well, there are other measures.
Yeah.
Do you think that the release of Nnamdi Kanu might help the situation?
Well, I don't know. I think the federal government is considering all options, and I think that's a decision, that's a political decision. It's not our own decision. Our own decision is to stop the killing, to ensure that we secure the communities and that they're free. People must stop providing necessary support to these individuals. In Maiduguri, why surrendering came up is that people stopped supporting them and they were able to come out. So I think the same thing should be repeated here, so that we can have, to whatever grievance they have representatives that will represent them, that will make cases for them. But besides that, we're always using the kinetic and the non-kinetic. It's not only about force. The non-kinetic aspect is also working. Like I mentioned, the kinetic effort is just about 30%. Non-kinetic is almost 70-65% of the whole solution. So we're also working towards that. The federal government is working with the opinion leaders, with stakeholders in the Southeast, to ensure that they let them come together and discuss and be able to call this and stop this wanton killing. Those guys doing the killing,
is here, but I don't know about the secretary. Church, Honorable Church, if you're available, go ahead, please. Thank you so much.
DPM, can we throw here?
Hold on, please.
Please, DPM, please give her that Dorama co-host.
I think I gave her co-host already. Did she lose it?
She lost it.
Okay, let me do that again. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get to it. Dadirama, where are you? I'm looking for you.
Ada, raise up your hand, so come again.
What page? There's so many people here. I don't know. Okay, great. I got you. Thank you. That's the only way. There are just too many. So many people here. Okay, I got you. All right, make co-host. Okay. All right. She's a co-host now. All right. Information department. Tochi, are you here, or Dr. Aggie? Honorable Tochi, unmute yourself. I see you.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a little busy, but I'm here.
Maybe,
I'm here, ma'am.
Battling with. I didn't see Dr. Aggie. Let me see. Okay.
I don't think she's available today.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, please. Okay, go ahead and open. You can talk, right? Unmute yourself. We cannot hear you, Tochi.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead and open the fundraiser.
Okay, you're welcome. Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to the United States of Biafra fundraising. And apparently today we are, the DPM will be explaining the mandate and the ban on the internet to Biafrans today. So you're very welcome. And it's an honor to 5699561. Sorry, it's an honor to introduce the Deputy Prime Minister and the COS of the United States of Biafra, Dr. Ngozi Rabweze. Thank you very much. You're welcome, everyone.
Thank you so much, Honorable Tochi. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'll go back to page 1. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Let us first go ahead with an opening prayer for this fundraising today. Let somebody please lead us in a 1 or 2 minutes prayer, please. Go ahead.
God of heaven and earth, we thank you for this day. We are happy that you have gathered us together again to do what we know how to do best. We are thankful to you because you have given us life and you have given us each other. We thank you for this fundraising. We ask that, dear God Almighty, whatever we will be raising tonight, we ask that you multiply it in million folds in the name of Chukwokike Abiyama. We ask that you will grant us unity. We ask that you will open the floodgates of heaven and let resources rain down upon us like dewfall tonight in the name of Chukwokike Abiyama. We ask that wisdom be given to us tonight. In this we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Who prayed? What's your name, please? Be on record. Unmute yourself, even though it was captured. What's your name? Who led us in prayer, please? Unmute yourself.
Pray for Biafra.
Yeah, what's your name?
Who prayed? What's your name? Oh, pray for
Biafra.
Oh, pray for me. Okay. All right. All right. That's a good one. We will go with that. That is okay. Okay. Pray for Biafra. That's a good one. All right. Thank you so much, Biafrans, for coming around today. We welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Ngozi Rabweze, the Chief of Staff and the Deputy Prime Minister to the United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and the de facto government in Homeland combination known as the United States of Biafra. I welcome each and every one of you here today. Today is another fundraising, and the reason why we are here, like the person that opened the prayer said, it is for us to do what we know best to do to support the final protection of our land. That is what we are here to do. I welcome everyone. I welcome His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Atobie, Agune Chamber, Simon Èkpá.
you.
Dalisa.
Hey.
Thank you so much for that wonderful one. To honor our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Èkpá Njago. You are the reason for the season. You can never be broken. Biafrans can never be broken, regardless. The zoo and their allies can only try so much. They can only do so much. This game is endless. For the next 1,000 years, this game can never end. This battle can never end. If you want peace, we give you peace. If you think you can continue to kill our people, we must defend ourselves. Self-defense is our right. And as Nigeria has continued to kill Biafrans, we will continue to defend ourselves. As you've come to kill us last year, last 2 years, this year, we will continue to defend ourselves and our territory. On this note, I thank our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. You are the reason for the season. God bless you. Thank you so much. On that note, again, we thank our leader Nnamdi Kanu, who has been held by the Nigeria terrorist state in the DSS dungeon, now going to 5 years for nothing. That man did not commit any crime. But the Nigeria government, President Tinubu, continued to hold Nnamdi Kanu. Despite the United Nations order that have told Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him, the special committee that was set up by the United Nations to investigate the case of Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigeria. That committee under the United Nations have mandated Nigeria to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. Has Nigeria done that today? No. They are still holding him. Why? Because of us. They do not want Biafra to be free. That is the only reason Nigeria is holding our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing else. They want to continue to kill us. They want to continue to take our mineral resources for free and ship it to Europe They want to continue to suppress, marginalize, and oppress us. That is what Nigeria does. Nigeria does not respect any human rights organization. They do not respect all the organizations in the world they signed treaty with as an independent nation. Nigeria do not respect them. If Nigeria does not obey the order of the United Nations to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will they respect? United Nations should have expelled Nigeria as a member state of United Nations for disobeying their order. But UN has not done that. They want to play the neutral game. They want to be on the sideline. They've commanded Nigeria to live in Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria refused to live in Nnamdi Kanu. What did the United Nations do? Absolutely nothing. They are just there. Nothing. Once we fully start to defend ourselves from this Nigerian state that is killing us, then you will see United Nations, they'll start coming in. That is what they are waiting for. But they know the right thing to do. They have ordered Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria has refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. What has United Nations done for Nigeria to disobey their order? What have they done? Absolutely nothing. The world is watching. On that note, I want to use this opportunity to thank our Biafra Liberation Forces, our Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafran Navy, the Biafran Air Force, the Biafra security agents, working day and night to ensure that we defend ourselves, that we protect our territory from reintegrated terrorists that are sent in by the Nigerian state to kill our people. The records are there in public domain. Whether you want to agree to that or not, whether you are a nation, international or local, and you want to continue to support what Nigeria does, rendering us homeless, destroying our homes, killing our people, raping our mothers and our daughters and our children, helping Nigeria government under Tinubu to continue to kill Biafrans. If you are one of those countries, international and local, Biafrans are telling you right now, we will continue the path of self-defense. It is our right to kill the terrorist state of Nigeria that are coming to kill us. If you are partnering with them, if you are listening to the lies being perpetrated by the Nigerian state and their agents inside Biafraland that are enabling them, remember, there are Biafran agents inside Biafraland that are enabling the killing of our people, that are giving information to the Nigerian terrorist state. If you are a nation, foreign or local, and you are listening to these gossips, and you are enabling the Nigerian state to continue to perpetuate these killings on the Biafran people or on innocent Nigerians generally, we are here to tell you today, we must continue to raise money for our self-defense. All the innocent brothers and sisters and children and mothers of Biafrans that have been killed by Nigeria, we are going to retaliate. You cannot come and kill us and go scot-free. We cannot keep quiet because we know they will come tomorrow. We must do what we have to do today to prevent them from coming to kill us the next day. On that note, I want to welcome all the 40 state administrators, But the ones that have been there and suffered for the creation of their state with Obato Obie and myself, suffered to establish the map of their states, suffered to establish the geographical region of their state, set up their executives, and continue to function under one United States nation, one umbrella, headed by our Prime Minister, Simon Èkpá, represented by my humble self. We thank those 40 state administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obato Obie. We also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obato Obie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obato Obie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Èkpá, represented by my humble self, Dr. Robuese. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obato Obie has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all the state executives that are working day and night to ensure that we all go home by the end of this year. We thank all the Biafra Defense Forces, again, the decentralized forces and some of the units that have been there. We thank you for the coordination. We thank you for what you are doing to gradually move the state of a nation with all the discipline, with all the respect, with all the dignity associated with the United States of Biafra military. That is what this new nation is working on. On that note, I thank all Biafrans that are present here, all the state representatives, all the country representatives. And I want to quickly recognize all the Biafran secretaries and the Biafra cabinets. I'm going to start with the cabinets that I'm seeing here, the secretaries I'm seeing. I have 1 or 2 minutes to please be recognized. Let me start with FAMD. Please go ahead.
Welcome, greetings, all genuine and loving Biafrans. My name is Pharmacist Diana Eme. I am the Secretary of Finance, Economic Development and Trade. I welcome you all as we start the business of raising funds to defend ourselves. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, FAMD. Let me also use this opportunity. If you're a secretary, please, you can raise your hand so that we can recognize you. These are people that are working day and night behind the scene, and nobody is seeing them, but they are doing the needful every single day to ensure that we all go home this year. It's not about making noise. Some of them, you don't see them, Some of them, you don't hear from them. But the projects they have in our motherland will soon start being unfolded. Let us welcome Honorable Olawona. Go ahead, please. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, Honorable Biafrans. Good evening, Honorable DPM. I welcome all of us to this fundraising. And I am the Secretary of Employment, Labor, and Productivity. And I wish us luck today. It must rain today, Biafrans. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ola. Honorable Ebenezer, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, all Biafrans, all those that are here today.
Honorable Ebenezer, we cannot see your face. We only see the next side.
Sorry.
Great.
Good afternoon from Texas. All members of Biafra Nation, we shall do very well as we go forward in taking care of our nation. I am the Secretary of Housing, Urban Development, and Infrastructure. We will develop our nation. We will employ every person that is without a job when Biafra comes. So we're going to be all wealth in time to come. Thank you all so much for being here. We shall do well to support our nation. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Honorable Udrak, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to welcome each and every one of the honorables in the house. I welcome our DPM, COS, the able lioness in the house, the woman God has chosen at this time, an hour to lead us. We appreciate you. I want to say again that we are here to support you. We are solidly behind you. Keep staying strong, keep going. We are right marching behind you. And all Biafrans, we assure you by the grace of God that we will continue to work hard to make sure we achieve our goal. God bless everyone. My name is Udwa Yo. I'm the Secretary of Community and Social Services.
Thank you so much, Honorable Udwak. And we hear all. Our Prime Minister, Simon Èkpá, is not a terrorist. Neither is Cho Ayaba, the Amazonian leader. They are only fighting for the freedom of their people. They are only fighting to free their citizens from the terrorist state of Nigeria and Cameroon. Nigeria is a terrorist state. The terrorism that goes on in Nigeria today is being perpetuated and is being encouraged by the policies of Nigerian leaders currently led by President Tinubu. The programs, the policies they have in place, such as the reintegration and rehabilitation of known terrorists, have increased terrorism in Nigeria. The master plan to Islamize Nigeria has made these reintegrated terrorists to be sent to places like the Biafraland, where they now kill innocent Biafrans who do not wish to be Islamized by the Nigerian state. That is what is going on. The plot by the Nigerian president and the Nigerian government to take away our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Èkpá, has contributed to a lot of deaths in Biafraland. The essence of this press conference today is to let the world know and to let Biafrans know that the fight for our freedom, the fight to be free, the fight for us to rule ourselves is continuously being destroyed, being undermined, being plotted against by the Nigerian government, using different avenues to do this. One of the avenues they've used to do this is to plan with the with the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Secretary of State, whom Tinubu recently appointed to plan to complain with the Finnish embassy in Nigeria to remove our Prime Minister, Simon Èkpá, just weeks before our declaration in Finland. Nigeria orchestrated this. Nigeria planned this. Using the Foreign Affairs Secretary of State, they appointed minister. And they were able to work closely with Finland, with the Finnish authorities, to remove our Prime Minister just weeks before the declaration of our independence in Lahti, Finland. Their plot is, by removing our Prime Minister, we are not going to be able to declare our independence in Finland. They succeeded in removing our Prime Minister weeks before our declaration. But we, Biafrans, we were resolute. And we were able to still redeclare Biafra. We did that in Finland on November 29th, 2024. Another way, the Nigerian state, who the whole world knows, Nigerian state that have continued to subjugate Biafrans, that have continued to kill innocent citizens of Biafra, have continued to marginalize Biafrans, have continued to destroy and block our self-determination, is by sending their reintegrated terrorists into the Biafra territory to continue to kill our people, kill innocent citizens, just for mentioning Biafra, just for our belief, just for fighting for our freedom. I want the world to know Nigeria is a terrorist state, and they have their tentacles spread across the world. Finland has become one of the stooges being used by the Nigerian government and Norway to suppress our rights as individuals, to suppress our freedom, to suppress our self-determination. How else could Finland keep our Prime Minister for this long while you are carrying out an investigation? We see some racist tendencies in this plot and in this plan to continue to detain a Finnish resident on the claims and on the purported crime that Nigeria state, that is known for terrorism and supporting terrorism, killing Christians, mass burying individuals in all parts of Nigeria, but in Borno State, in Zamfara State, in Kaduna State, in Lagos State, in Southeast, in South-South, in Ehamufu, in Azambo, in Onisha, in Aba. There have been mass massacre of innocent citizens by the Nigerian state. Nobody is accounting for this. In most cases, the president makes no speech about that. The ministers working with him makes no speeches about that. The January killings of 2025, where innocent Biafrans were killed in their homes in Biafra territory in Southeast Nigeria. The Nigerian government has refused, has not said anything about that. The Southeast governors, South-South governors, none of them is talking about that. How can a people continue to keep quiet when their people are being killed and massacred daily? And Finland and Norway, you want to become part of this. You want to become part of this crime to continue to play a role in this system. That is something we will never accept. Another way they try to do this is to break the spirit of Biafrans. Just on the mere lies the Nigerian government has given them. The Nigerian state has given all these fabricated lies against us. So it's not even about Simon Èkpá. It's not even about Choi Yaba. It is about the plan, the continued plan by the Nigerian government and the ministers that work under them to continue to suppress the freedom of the Biafrans. to continue to kill us, using different avenues they have across the globe to do this. We want to bring it to the attention of the world that any foreign government that is participating in this criminality against the Biafran people or innocent citizens or the Amazonians that have the right to self-determination, that foreign government is part of the crime.